Oh, woo, we made it. Just barely. Only a minute late. But that's okay. We are here. We are here. Thank you for your patience with me. I super appreciate it. Welcome to the Audacity Show with Stephanie Young. That's me. I am beyond grateful that you're here. And I'm so honored that you choose to join me on Wednesdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, where we talk about different topics that unlock our potential and our capacity to have a more audacious life, which means unlocking our desire and our ability to take surprisingly bold risks. Because when we do that, it allows us to sorry, I felt like I was going to sneeze, but it allows us to make our dream life reality. And I'm very excited to be here with you every Wednesday and to talk about those things. Today, we are talking about three signs. We're talking about three signs that you are ready for a fall reset. You're ready to make some changes and to reset yourself for the season and to just have a more calm, peaceful season in your life. Because oftentimes, what happens is as we gear up for the holidays, things get a little bit more stressful because school has started. And even if you don't have kids, there's just something that happens in September as school is starting and Labor Day that everything gets a little bit crazy. So, school is starting, Labor Day weekend, and for a lot of places, school already has started, but we've got Labor Day weekend, and then we have Halloween, Thanksgiving, and shortly thereafter, Christmas. And so it can often be a great time to just reset for our holidays and take some time to prioritize our self-care and prioritize our well-being and our mental health, and it's a great time to reset. And so today we are going to talk about three signs that we are ready for a fall reset. Again, thank you so much for being with me today. If you have never met me, I am Stephanie Young, and I support women who are ready for wild, audacious success in their life to lessen the overwhelm, the everyday overwhelm that we run into as humans, so that we can make our dream life a reality. I do this using my life strategy and coaching programs, as well as a couple of my decluttering methods. And I'm so glad that you're joining me as we talk about today's topic, three signs that we're ready for a fall reset. We are going to hop right into this super exciting topic. Again, so grateful that you're here with me. I don't know if you have had a week like I've had, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it because this sure ties into what we're talking about. But neither my Monday nor my Tuesday or even this morning have gone the way that I had thought it would go. So if you have been having a similar week, I would love to know what is one thing that you had planned for yourself that didn't go the way you thought it would. And what did you do to kind of recoup your day? Example. I was really hoping to go to yoga this morning, and my kiddo had no desire to go to preschool. So instead, we ended up getting a late breakfast, a quick breakfast at a drive-through for him so that he was a little bit more excited to go to preschool, even if it was late. I got myself a little treat, came home, and instead of doing yoga, thought that's okay. I'm going to watch a quick episode of The Office, which always makes me feel a little bit excited about whatever's going on in my life because episodes of The Office often make me laugh, and laughter is great medicine. And then I'm going to attack the rest of my day with a little bit more gusto. So I went ahead and did that. And I'd love to know if you've been having a little bit of a week yourself, what is something that threw off your week and how did you recoup your day? So we're going to hop right in with sign number one that you might be in need of a fall reset. And oftentimes, our crazy weeks can be little signs as well. So that's like a bonus sign. But sign number one that you might be ready for a fall reset is that you've been feeling stuck and you're not sure where to start. And it can be really stressful. It can be even overwhelming to admit to yourself that you feel stuck or that you're not sure where to start because of all of the things that are demanded of our lives and of our schedules in our day, our week, our month. It can be very And I'd love to tell you, and I want to tell you that it doesn't have to be like that our life doesn't have to feel like that all the time. Yes, there will be moments where it does feel like that, but it does not have to feel like that all the time. But if right now in this season, as we gear up for fall, you're feeling stuck and you don't know where to start, it might be a sign that you're in need of a seasonal reset. And as we're gearing up, you would be welcome to join us for our fall reset. But your first sign might be that you're feeling a little bit stuck. Maybe you're stuck in an old routine that isn't serving you anymore, or you're stuck in how you've been meal planning and you're like, "Ugh, I just need some fresh ideas or fresh recipes. Or maybe you're stuck in what you've been doing with like your mindset or how you've been working out, or you're stuck in the decor of your home, even. Maybe you're stuck in how you're feeling about your budget, or you're stuck in how you're feeling with your career. You could be stuck in a variety of anything in your life. But if you're feeling that way, you don't have to be. We can help you find a place to start so that you can feel unstuck and have a wonderful, calm, amazing fall season. But one of the first signs of a need for a seasonal reset is that you might be feeling stuck. But, friend, you don't have to be feeling stuck anymore. The second sign that you might be in need of a seasonal reset, and since we're entering into fall, we're talking about a fall reset, is that you've been feeling a stirring in your soul for something more. Right now, I'm feeling a stirring for some water. So maybe deep down, you've just been feeling a little bit unsettled. And maybe you're not feeling stuck, but you're just kind of feeling antsy, like you're waiting for something, but you're not really sure what that something is. And you're like, oh, I need a new hobby, or I need a new volunteer place, or I need a new passion. I need to unlock something, this restlessness inside of me. I need to unlock it. I need something. And that can be a very normal feeling, especially with a season change. We're going from hot, depending on where you are in the country, sometimes humid weather, into a season where the sun is going to set earlier. It's going to be darker for a little bit longer. The leaves are going to change color. You might be in an area where the leaves don't change color at all, but it's going to get a little bit cooler. And so we're getting ready to pull out maybe some warmer layers. We're going to start seeing pumpkin spice everywhere. We're going to start seeing apple cider everywhere. And then everyone's going to debate it all over social media. Which one is best? They're both amazing. Honestly, I had an apple pumpkin dessert last fall that rocked my world, and now I'm convinced that the two flavors should maybe be joined together a little bit more often, because why fight about which one is best when both can be delightful together? But we have sometimes at the end of one season and beginning of another, just a feeling of an unsettling feeling, like I want something new, or I want the thing that I like to be a little different. And so there's just this stirring deep inside for something to be changed, or something to be tweaked, or something to be new. And so a sign that you might be ready for a fall reset or a seasonal reset is that you're feeling that stirring in your soul for something more. And if you've been feeling that and you're sitting there going, Stephanie, you're speaking to me. I see you and I hear you. And we've got the answer and we're ready to help you. You can drop a reset in the comments and we'll chat with you if you've been feeling number one, or if you've been feeling number two. If you're feeling stuck, or if you're feeling a stirring for something more. Friends, we have got you. The third sign that you might be ready for a seasonal reset: you've been procrastinating on making a change. Now, this is a fun one. And this is the one I couldn't wait to talk about, because procrastination is often a human being's BFF. And sometimes it's our BFF, not by choice. Sometimes we get in this like space, and I feel like procrastination is a little bit different than being stuck, because sometimes when you're stuck and you don't know where to start, it's fear that's holding us back. Procrastination isn't necessarily because you're afraid of something. Procrastination is usually when you know what you're supposed to be doing, but you won't, because you won't. You decide to not make the change that you know that you might need to, or I don't want to say should, because we shouldn't be shoulding all over ourselves, right? Like, let's not should ourselves. But so, like, maybe there's something that you want to be doing, but you're procrastinating on making that change. And that could be a sign that you could use a fall reset. You could use someone to come and walk along you in this sea change, in this season of crisp weather coming in and the leaves falling. You could have someone come stand beside you and say, "Hey, what is that one thing that you'd love to make this change on that you've been kind of procrastinating? How can we support you? How can we encourage you? How can we affirm you on this journey to making this change that you've been really wanting to make, but just keep putting off?" That could be a sign that you are ready for a seasonal reset. Now, all of these signs could actually be in your life at the same time. You might be feeling a little bit stuck. You might be feeling a little bit like you're procrastinating in one area of your life. And you very well might be telling yourself, "Oh, no, I'm not stuck and I'm not procrastinating. I'm okay. I'm totally fine. I want more. I need more. I'm just not sure what that is." It's okay to be stuck. It's okay to want more and not know what it is. And it's okay to have procrastinated. These are all normal things that happen in life. But if you're sitting here at the end of August, looking into September, thinking, "Man, I don't want to keep doing this. I'd like to be a little bit more audacious. I'd like to take a surprisingly bold risk for myself." That might be a bonus sign that you're ready for a fall reset, that you're ready to have somebody walk along beside you in this season to help you get unstuck, to help you find what it is that's been stirring in your soul and saying, "Yes, I want that little bit of more in my life." Or to walk along beside you and say, "It's cool that you've been putting that off, but let's not put it off any longer." Maybe this live is the sign from the universe that you've been waiting for, or the outside permission that you've been waiting for to make the change that you need. And friend, if that is you, if this was the sign you've been waiting for and you're ready to make a change this fall, we would love to have you join us in our fall reset. It's 12 weeks. We're going to walk through some really fun, awesome things together. I'm incredibly excited about it. I'm actually going to read some of those things we're going to walk through together, because a lot of people are like, "I don't even know what a fall reset is, Stephanie. Like, why on earth is this even a big deal?" So let's talk about it, right? It would help if I was on the correct page to tell you what I'm going to be telling you, right? Okay, so a fall reset, we are going to do some decluttering. And you're like, "Oh, I don't want to declutter." Friend, we're not just going to talk about physical clutter. We're going to talk about mental clutter, because sometimes there's clutter in our brain that we just need to let go of so that we can open ourselves up to the possibility of amazing and wonderful things coming into our life. So, we're going to talk about clutter, not just in a physical sense, but in a mental sense. So, we're going to declutter a few areas in our life, not just in our home. We're going to open ourselves up to the possibility that Sorry, I thought I was going to burp and I felt like that might not be a fun thing to do on a live. I have swallowed a gnat, but y'all might not need to see me burp. So, we are going to do some decluttering. We are going to set some small, measurable goals that have action steps tied to them so that you know how to take those goals from just something you may have written on paper or said out loud and actually put them into practice. So, for example, I'd love to share with you about a client that is in my membership now that will be joining us in our fall reset, and they're very excited. So, one of the things that they said was, I want to walk more. I want to be walking more daily, and I'm not sure how to make that happen. So their goal was to walk more. And I said, okay, well, what are the tools that you need in your life to walk more? Typically, people who walk have walking shoes of some kind, a supportive tennis shoe or a running shoe, whichever shoe it is that they prefer to wear. I said, okay, now where do you typically put those shoes on when you get ready for your walk? And they were like, oh, I usually put them on like right by the front door. I said, okay, so do you keep your shoes by the front door all the time, or do they kind of just get put somewhere else randomly in your house? And they're like, oh, I just kind of take them off forever. I was like, okay. So we need to have your shoes by the front door every night before you go to bed so that in the morning when you get up and you get ready for your walk, the shoes are exactly where you need them all the time. And they were like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, so we're going to make it part of your nightly routine to make sure that your walking shoes are by the front door so that they're ready. I said, what else do you need when you walk? And they were like, I usually have water before I go. I was like, okay, so do you have a water bottle that you always use? And they were like, no, I'm happy with just one of the regular glasses in my pantry. I was like, okay, perfect. It's like, so do you have like a pitcher of water or like the water dispenser in your fridge? I was like, we need to make sure that there's a setup that you can get your water before you take your walk and then after when you get home so that it's easy to access. And they were like, oh, yes, no problem. The water glasses are right there. The pitcher's right there. I'll know to get my water. I was like, awesome. They also wear a fitness tracking watch. And they said sometimes the watch is not charged when they go for their walk. And so then they feel like it's not tracking their steps and the walk was kind of pointless. A walk is never pointless. However, for them, the watch being charged really mattered. And so I said, okay, well, where do you charge your watch? And they were like, I usually charge my watch on a charger in my bathroom so that it's not next to my bed bothering me. I said, okay, so then part of your nightly routine is to make sure that your shoes are by the front door every night before you go upstairs for bed. And then when you go to brush your teeth at night, you're going to take off your watch and you're going to put it right on the charger, and then you're going to go to bed. And that is going to be your action steps that you're going to take so that you're set up for success for your walks. And they were like, oh, okay. And sometimes, even though those might seem like, oh, duh, why wouldn't they have thought of that themselves? Sometimes it helps to have an outside perspective, look at the goal that you have and say, what are all the steps, the little tiny things that you need to do to have success on achieving your goal? And so we're going to, in our fall reset, pick either one bigger goal that you might want to accomplish in 12 weeks or a couple of small things that you want to accomplish in 12 weeks. And we're going to figure out all the little things that you need to have in place so that you find success in your goal. So we're going to do a little decluttering, and then we're going to do a little bit of goal setting. We're going to schedule self-care into our week. We're going to look at our schedules and figure out how to put self-care into our weeks so that we're taking care of our mental and physical self. And self-care can look different for every person. For some people, it might be that they need to have more physical exercise. It might be that they need to add an extra serving of vegetables into their life every day. It might be that they need to do more meditation or gratitude journaling, or that they need to budget a little bit better so that they're not as stressed about their finances. Self-care is not just bubble baths and a glass of wine. It is so many beautiful, wonderful things that help take care of us as a whole person. And so we're going to look at how to add more self-care into our daily lives. And even if it's just adding one little thing a week to help take care of ourselves, we're going to take action steps to help have more self-care in our lives over the next 12 weeks. We are going to look at ways to reduce overwhelm in our lives, and we're going to figure out like what are the overwhelm points in your life and how can we reduce that. So if laundry is a super overwhelming thing for you, we're going to talk about how can we reduce overwhelm around laundry. If your email inbox is really overwhelming, how can we reduce overwhelm with email? But we're going to tackle all of those things. And I know it sounds crazy. How can we do this in 12 weeks? Trust me, we've been doing this in our membership for the last 10 months. Oh my word, it's been 10 months. And my members have been seeing wild, audacious success, and it's been so exciting. And we wanted to open this up for people who were like, oh my word, I would love for my fall to be a calmer, more wonderful, relaxing season. So if you have, to do a quick recap for you, if you have been feeling any of these 3 signs, if you have been feeling stuck and you're not sure where to start, if you have been feeling a stirring in your soul for something more and you'd love to figure out what that thing is, if you have been procrastinating on making a change in your life that you know deep down you've really been wanting to do, then maybe, just maybe, these are one of the signs that you are ready for a fall reset. And if this is you, if this has spoken to you, whether you're with me live or on the replay, audacious living doesn't have to be scary, even though sometimes it might seem like it. But if you're ready for a fall reset of your own, we are going to get rocking and rolling the Tuesday after Labor Day. So you've got all weekend to rest and relax and enjoy, but we're going to get rocking and rolling the Tuesday after Labor Day. But if you are ready to get rocking and rolling with us, drop the word reset in the comments below, and we will start the conversation about how you can have support and community around you as we lessen the overwhelm in your life and allow you to start making your dreams reality so that you can have wild, audacious success in every avenue of your life as well. Friends, again, it is always an honor and a privilege to have you join me on Wednesdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I am so grateful that you choose to be here with me. Again, I'm Stephanie Young, and I support women who are ready for wild, audacious success in their life to lessen the everyday overwhelm so that they can make their dreams reality. We do this with our life strategy and coaching programs. We also help you with decluttering, and I can't wait to see you next Wednesday at noon right here on the Audacity Show, where we will tackle another topic that will help you to lessen overwhelm in your life. Have an amazing Wednesday. I will see you next week. Bye.